This thing is really, really nice. Really hadn't been put on the road at all. Hey, Craig here, Diggs Rod Shop, and I just want to do a little bit of a follow-up on the 1932 Ford little barn find that we picked up here a few weeks ago. Man, it's been 3 weeks now. And I want to show you some of the things that I'm going to do to change it, because I've got some comments on the videos. One fellow said, hey, definitely change the wheels, and I am. They're supposed to be here today, and I'll do a video on that too, especially changing those out. The other things are, what do you do with that little 327 that's in there? I'm probably going to keep it and run it for a while, but if I'm going to run that 327 in there for a while, I'm going to dress it up a little bit. So here's what I'm going to show you I'm going to do about it today. So I bought a bunch of parts and pieces. Comment and tell me what you think. But there's my fan controller I've been looking for right there. I am going to put an electric fan on it. Cooling Components is one of the best fans out there on the market, and I'm going to put that on there. But here's the oil pan. So small block Chevy would normally be orange, I would say, but in this little red Ford, when I look at the orange, I just don't really like it. It doesn't contrast well, but black does. And so I thought, you know what better way to do that than put a black fan. It's got a black fan on it, but a black oil pan on it, plus with the aluminum ribs in it. So that's one of the definite things that are going to go on it. Let me set that to the side here. While I'm at it, I'll show you something else that I'm going to put on it. If you're going to do that aluminum pan with the fins on it, you're definitely going to run aluminum black valve covers too. So I got me a set of black valve covers. The valve covers that are on there are the original chrome valve covers from a 1963 Corvette. And again, I don't know what I'm going to do with that thing yet, that engine, but again, we keep talking blown flathead. That's what we keep talking. Let me put that off to the side. Some of the other stuff that I do have for it too, which is a must. If you look at the videos, and again, when I start pulling these parts off of it, I'll do a video of putting the new ones back on it. It has ram horn manifolds on it that are already set up for AC, both of them. So they're late model. It doesn't really fit the car as far as I'm concerned. So I love the ram horn, but I also like it in a little header. And these are ceramic coated ram horn headers for that thing. I think that's going to look pretty cool. Let's see. There's the carburetor. We've already talked about that. Here's something that's kind of hard to come by too. I didn't have lenses on the front of those headlights. I had one gentleman ask me, he wasn't quite sure what the style or what it was that was on it for headlights. Those are original 32 Ford headlights, but I don't have the lenses now. I do. Ventique, which I found out the other day they're having a hard time getting parts, but I did find a pair of these. The other thing that I would tell you is I'm going to update that with modern halogen headlights. And these are the backing plates of the reflectors on those headlights. So I can rebuild that whole setup, keep the original headlight, but put new system in it right there. So that's what's going in it. There's the wiring and everything. So there's all that. Let's see, what else here? I know I have an air cleaner running around here. It's a snorkel air cleaner that matches the black valve covers and the oil pan. Oh, by the way, I said that orange doesn't match. I'm going to paint the block black also, so that should look pretty good. The other thing that I needed was it came with the side glass, but it did not come with the window felts, so I ordered window felts. Again, Ventique ink is where I got those, through Yogi's actually. So with that said, guys, watch these videos. We really appreciate it. And again, we're just so close to monetization. We're going to keep making videos for you. The 32 Ford, I will go through every little process that I do to change this thing right on through, putting the top on it. I have a Giuliano's top that I got with this car, and it takes a little bit of a different process to install one of those. I went to YouTube and tried to find, how to, went to a video, went to YouTube to look for a 32 Ford vinyl top install, and I could not find it. So I will do an install, but this happens to be a Giuliano, so it's not going to be an original. Anyway, I will install that vinyl top on that car, and I'm going to leave that. Another gentleman wanted to know if I was going to chop it. Nope, not going to do a chop on this car. Not right now anyway. I mean, it's just as pure as they come. we're going to keep it original as we can as far as the height is. So with that said, this is Craig, Diggs Rod Shop. Make sure you like, subscribe, and pass it on. Go ahead and comment, and we'll get back with you. Signing off for the day. Craig here, back down in the old hot rod shop working on the 32 Ford 5 window, and I've done some upgrading on that. In the video, you'll see that I bought several parts for it, and I'm going to show you some of those parts that we've actually put on here. The one thing I would tell you is that really nice aluminum finned black oil pan that I had fits a small block Chevrolet 327, but the problem is this is a 63 Vet engine, and it has the windage tray in it. So the base or the bottom of it, and it holds more oil, is about this much longer than stock and standard. So that oil pickup comes into the front side of that thing, plus that windage tray is in there. So that one is actually short for a short pickup. I've got the long. I ended up having to sandblast and paint the old one. So I can probably lift her in the air and I'll show it to you. But for right now, let me lift the side here. Show you some of the things that we've done. And I will go ahead and lift that thing all the way over. So one of the things I did is I went ahead and added that air cleaner. Now I talked to you guys about that Brawler carburetor that I had that I was going to put on, but this Carter AFB is working like a champ. The only thing that's not functioning correctly is the choke, but I can work on that. But that thing, you know what? That Carter from back in the 60s is working perfectly. It's been rebuilt, and it's in really, really great shape. So I'm not going to take it off. So I'll do a video on that other Brawler, that Chinese one, or that imported one, I guess to say. Anyway, and we'll see how that thing functions. But one of the other things that I did do, I changed out all the plug wires. You can see that. I changed the coil to kind of match the car. I also went ahead and I put on these aluminum finned black valve covers. I really, really like those. It's going to help keep the engine cool too. I've got the ram horn ceramic coated. These are cast iron exhaust manifolds. They're very nice. I don't have the exhaust hooked up on it yet, but I will get that. So these are some of the things that I did do. You'll notice that I also painted the block black. Instead of high performance Chevy orange, I left it black. Now I know you guys are going to see this. I'm getting ready to work on this. We're going to put a electric fan in it. So from here forward, I've got some work to do, cleaning up, some painting. I'll change that to black. I'll get rid of that flex fan. So with that said, there's some of the upgrades and the updates on that. And you can kind of look down in there and see the black oil pan. So with that said, let me lift her in the air. I'll show you the underneath. While this thing's going up in the air, that I want to reiterate the fact that I've got the headlights finished. I've got new wheels and tires on this thing. I'm really happy with those. Those look so nice. And I'm getting ready to work on the inside of the car. I sent the windows up. It had glass when it came with it, but they were cracked and chipped. So I'm going to change that also. I'm going to go to gray glass on the sides. I went ahead and bought new felts. I bought that whole kit from Ventique. Actually, that came from Gearhead. So you guys, Gearhead's right here in Iowa. And man, those guys do a good job of getting stuff to me too. So I really appreciate everything at Gearhead. The other thing I would tell you is I left the transmission, that scatter shield that's in there. I left that orange. You know, that's just the way that's going to be. I will tell you in the future that I'm going to sell that 4-speed transmission out of this car. It is a 63 Vet, 63 through 66 Vet 4-speed transmission. It has the shifter and all the linkage in it. I'm going to run it in the car for a little bit, but it is for sale. So if anybody's looking for a restoration and they want period correct, that's that transmission right there. It's not a cast aluminum, but it is cast iron, I will tell you that. So it's right in the era of changing over from aluminum to cast. The other thing is, this is a 66 Vet block. I do know that. It was a 275 horse, 327, 2-bolt main. It came from the factory with a Power Glide transmission behind it. That's what the number says on it. The reason why I tell you guys that, because I keep referring to this thing as a 63 Vet engine. Well, that's what was ordered. That transmission, that shifter, and this engine, that intake, those chrome valve covers that came off of it, those were all, especially that Carter carburetor, it all came in a crate back in 1963. There was a misfortunate deal, I guess to say there was water put in the block during some cold weather. That cracked the original 63 Corvette block. And I know that Butch spent years and years and years trying to find another block that would fit all these parts without doing any boring and any modifications other than honing. So this is a 66 327 block with all those 340 horse 327 internals in it, from the crank, the rods, the pistons, everything. I checked it out over the weekend. I pulled the numbers off of everything. That is 63 vet correct. So let's just roll under here just a little bit. So you can see I was telling you that that oil pan that I bought for it only comes to about right here. You can see this, being it's a 63 327, has the windage tray in it about right here. A windage tray literally holds oil here. When you get on this thing and you go forward, it shoves the oil to the back, and it has a little gate that opens, or a windage tray opens up here, and it all goes back. Plus it's got the, I don't know what they call them. I'm going to call it a splash plate in there too. That splash plate's in there right up here, also inside that. But what I ended up doing, I sandblasted that, and I went ahead and put the original oil pan back in it. And eventually, I'm going to tell you guys, if you're interested in somebody's doing a vet, I'm going to sell this engine and transmission out of here eventually. Right now, I'm going to run it. It runs good. It runs strong, doesn't smoke. It's only got about 2,500 miles on it from what we can gather on the information. With that said, I'm probably going to put a blown flathead in it. So when that time comes, this one's coming out. It's going to be for sale. But it's running right now. Everything's good to go. And this is kind of the underside of the car. You want to follow me through here. Like I said, this thing just never got finished. It got a long way, and it is really, really nice and clean. I mean, I've done some cobweb cleaning up underneath here, but other than that, this thing is really, really nice. Really hadn't been put on the road at all. Nice, clean, glad to have it. So, this is Craig, Diggs Rod Shop. I'm working on the 32. I'm getting ready to do the glass. I've got a list of things that I'm doing, but the roll-up glass is the next thing. I'm probably going to put heat and air in it eventually, but right now it is next move is the glass. So this is Craig on the 32 Ford 5-window barn find, and I'm going to continue working on it. We'll catch you guys. Hey, I keep forgetting, like and subscribe. We are getting so close right now. I think we have 600 followers, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys for liking and following, but please share so we get more likes and more follows. We'll keep bringing you these videos. Until then, this is Craig on the Barn Find. We're signing out.